Hey guys, it's a fish. First of all, I just wanted to thank everybody from the Father Fish community for being so kind to me. I really appreciate it.
Well, there you go. I'll look back. That was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Aquatic Conquest. Trying to remember his name yesterday. Couldn't come up with it. Aquatic Conquest. He did a few other things as well. Just really remarkable. Wonderful stuff. I had a little trouble digging it out. Kind of let it go longer than I probably should have. But I thought some of you would just get a kick out of seeing some of the folks that were around 5 years ago. A few of whom are still with us. So fun to be able to look back, and fun to be able to share that all these years later. So that was mornings. We had a real community in the morning. And we're going to do that again. We're going to do that right now. This is number 2 in 2 days. I set it up for 10 o'clock so that I can get up. Looks like we lost a bunch of people. Oh, well, maybe they'll be back and maybe they won't. It did run a little long, I guess. That was probably unfair. And I did that second one, I didn't remember at all. Actually, that had gotten lost. Someone just came up. I have a video group called The Music of Father Fish that for some reason never comes up on the site anymore. and I can't find it. It's in there. It's just, doesn't have, it's not tagged anywhere. So I've not been able to locate it. It doesn't even come up on playlists, which it should. So I don't know quite where it is. I went into an old video and pulled up list on playlists, and it came up there. And then I don't know how I got into it. I just typed it in, I guess. I don't remember anything. Good morning, everybody. Greg Guppy Guy remembers those days. Yeah, I do too. I do too. But morning, you know what's funny about mornings, morning Christian, is that I did not remember how easy they are and how easily it flows. And how it makes folks coming up and sharing just so important. So we're gonna do that. Let me get the link here. Copy the link. I'm gonna post it here, and then we'll tag it in the chat. I need to get over. I need to get into that, and I don't have a pen. Let's see if I got it up. I don't think I do. Give it a come up. Not so far. Oh, that's something else. Probably my heart. Let me see if I can get it pasted. Okay, that screen. I'm up on two screens. Don't really know why. But I'm actually on both for some peculiar reason. We begin to know why. Let me get them both live, see if that makes a difference. Put the volume on. And reduce that one. And then what did I get here? This is gonna be a little complicated. And let's see. Don't know what I'm doing. Do not know. I do not know what I'm doing. Let's see if I can do what I'm trying to do here. This is weird. Let's do this. Sorry about this, guys. I got my feet tangled up here, trying to do something without knowing how to do what I'm trying to do. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's one. Is that the other one? I think it is. Okay, so they're both up. It's the same one on both. Good. That's all I really need to know. Now what I'm trying to do Well, that was quite an adventure. I managed to get the link up, I think. Somebody tell me if the link is posted. So we're gonna invite people to come up and chat and maybe show off your tank and kind of see where your head's at these days. So welcome. I've now spent 10 minutes getting myself together here. Roughly. Is the new feature from StreamYard one live to mobile other than one for computer? Yeah, that's a good question. I saw two of them up, and I really didn't understand why. So I don't know. Oh, this is new feature from StreamYard. One live for mobile other than oh, that's okay. That's something Naresh has done. He's thoroughly confused me now. One for computer and one for mobile. All right, so there is that. He also came up with somebody, whether it was AI or I guess it was Naresh, came up with a really very cool thumbnail, which I liked a lot. And we can use that consistently. So thanks to Naresh. He always surprises me. Christian is almost home from the doctor. Hope it went well. All right, let's get into some comments here and see if we can, after all of that twist and turn. Hey, Father Fish, just getting into the hobby. This is Bob, 5462, just started with a heavily planted shrimp and guppy tank. Thanks for the inspiration. You're very welcome. Now, you do understand that the guppy's going to eat the baby shrimp. So what you can do to protect some of them at least is build a food web, a leaf bed, if you will, a leaf and rubble bed in the bottom of your tank, at least in one part of it, for those baby shrimp to be able to hide in. It will also allow other microfauna to hide in there too, some of which will be on the prowl for baby shrimp. So you'll be able to maintain the tank nicely. Shrimp and guppies get along just fine. It's just that the babies are food. And they're kind of food for everything and everybody, not including shrimp. Shrimp don't eat their own. And that's because they really don't eat live. They eat dead material, dead fish, dead plants, dead whatever. They don't eat anything live. I don't even think they scrape anything. I don't think they do at all. I don't think they eat plants or any kind of vegetable matter that's live. It has to be dead, which means it's breaking down, which is why they're able to kind of tear it off and eat it. I don't know. They may be able to eat some like plant material. I don't know, but I don't think so. Cool weather is coming, says Tristan. It was cool. Well, we had a big storm overnight, so that dropped it down to 83. We still don't have our new AC unit in. I need to call and find out when. When they gonna do it? I guess at this point it'll be next week. They have to get a big crane in because it has to be lifted up onto the roof, and it's a big 5-ton unit. So we are going to be cool and warm, cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It's going to be wonderful. And it's only going to cost us another, actually, it's only about, was it 15%? I don't think it is. The 10, 12%. So yeah, about 12% more on our lease. So that's okay. I don't mind that. We had a deal coming in that we've been here for 2 years on the deal, and we've had a change of owners. We have a new landlord, so we're okay. We're happy to get a new AC unit. I decided the bottom line was I decided not to buy it. I decided to ask the landlord to buy it, and then basically I make the payments on it. Well, initially I was financing it for 5 years. The landlord financed it for 4 years. So that ticked up my payment by about, I don't know, about 25%. That right? Yeah, about that. So it is what it is. There's no interest on it. It's just straight payout on the cost of the installation. So I don't feel bad about that. But I'm not sure quite what it was all about. I didn't want to get it owning it. I didn't want to wind up leaving here for one reason or another and having that hanging over my head. So of course, what the landlord did was increase my lease for 3 years to cover it all. So whatever, we're gonna get it and it'll be done, and it'll be nice, and we'll move forward with it all. Let's see, good to see you. Alive still, says Animal. Yeah, I am alive still. Right, I do that. I did that thing. I talked yesterday about that experience, figuring I was gonna be gone in 3 months, and then realized actually it was okay. And the only problem was my blood pressure cuff was malfunctioning. So I went from 3 months to, who knows, 3 years. 3 years. I'll take 3 years. But I've got a 5-year plan. Actually, I don't. I have a 6-month plan, but I'm not going to build it into a 5-month plan. And I would begin to understand what that means, because I can never look that far ahead. I look back 5 years, where I was 5 years ago, could not have dreamed about being where I am on any level, in any way. We have a guest. Shall we bring a guest up?
And Mom, I don't write my heart like that. I'm gonna write my name better than that. I write a heart for Mom.
What
I write
is
a heart for Mom.
that? Your audio?
But a heart.
Murdoch, you're with us. We've got you. You're live.
Write it.
Do you have a child talking to you? He doesn't know he's live. Hello? He's sitting there, but he doesn't know he's live. Murdoch, come up. You're live.
You write my name.
We try it. RDOTK. You
But
on
I don't like my name. You. I don't like it.
I don't think he knows his
I
window.
don't think so.
I gotta take him off.
Mine.
His mic is working. 'Cause I can hear somebody in the background. He doesn't know we're here. Hey, Murdoch!
Oh, hey, guys, what's going on? I can barely hear the audio. I don't know if it's my end or yours. I'm on a mobile.
Oh, I don't know. Anybody having trouble with the audio? Oh, no. We get to the bottom of the comments here.
Let me
So,
go to- Hello.
Yeah, where are you from?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, my word. I went to college in Barberville.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
Yeah, I was there for 4 years. Got a
Oh,
good taste
wow.
in Kentucky. I like Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
I had a good friend in college, moved to Lexington and worked for a military hospital as a psychologist for her entire career. She's
Nice.
she's not retired and still living in Lexington. I'm sure I have a lot of friends in Lexington. A lot of Kentucky people went to Union.
Yes, sir.
So what brings you here?
Basically, I've started a little tank here. I put on the other day about one from I've got twins, little 5-year-olds, and
Oh, nice.
they started watching, of course they fish, so, but, they're my father, so they love fish and they wanted a little tank. So we've got a little, crested gecko vivarium, and then we've got a corn snake that I'm going to build. So I was like, well, we're going to do a live fish tank. So
Well, that's wonderful.
we've got the substrate here, and I've got some shrimp in it, and it's
Wow.
I don't know how to.
That's good. You have a bathysphere. Look at that. How cool.
So we've got we're a week into cycling, a week and a day, 2 days.
Okay.
It's kind of jumped the gun on that a little bit, but you know how children are. I got shrimp in, and I've lost some, but I've had at least 3 for a week now
Well, good. Okay.
that survived.
Yeah, you're probably okay then.
Now we have not fed these. I was wondering, between, it's got natural biofilm in it already, and I was like, well, I don't plan. This is a community of, I've mentioned before on some that I've wrote in about, doing Medaka rice fish, probably 4, 5, 6, and just the shrimp, probably 6 or 7 of them, I believe, are alive, and that's it. Any babies or anything, I'll probably remove, or, because I just want it small, easy care, let everything go. And I will say also, I had a hangback filter when I first got my shrimp, and I don't know if the water flow was really stressing the females, because the gentleman said that the females were buried. And then, of course, when he told me this, being not knowing and not research, I didn't even know what that meant. But he told me it was the babies.
Right.
So, and then I lost all females overnight the first night. So I didn't know if that was the stress with the hangback filter. I tried to put a screen in front of the flow of the water to slow it down into the tank, where it's only a 5-gallon. So yeah, that's why I was just like, I ended up getting a little sponge filter to correct that, you've seen. But yeah, it's so far we've got our algae, but like I said, I'm sorry, circling them back around to the feeding.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. You do not need to put food in there.
Okay.
I mean, between the algae and the fungus growing on the driftwood or wherever, there's
Yes, sir.
plenty of food in there for the shrimp. And when you put the Medakas in, they'll probably be okay as well. At some point, you may need to begin to do that. But what you can do in the meantime is build a food web. Get
Okay.
some wild culture and start putting very small amounts of wild culture in. The only thing you want to be careful about is you want to if you get wild culture, set it up so you can watch it, and then only put in the micro stuff. You don't want to put in any kind of parasite that's going to attack the shrimp. Because
Yes,
shrimp
sir.
are uniquely susceptible to that, but they're easy enough to tell. I mean, anything that's going to go after them is big enough to see easily. So
Gotcha.
that's what you don't want to do is get that wild culture and just throw it in the tank. You want to set it up separately, observe it, and then take out of it a baster works real well. Take out of it what you want and put that in the tank, and then put dead dried leaves in.
Okay.
Because they break down real easily, and that becomes food for things like shrimp. They'll
Okay.
really appreciate that. So yeah, you're on your way. Looks good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you so much, Father Fish.
Well, nice to meet you, Murdoch. Look forward to seeing this in the future.
Yes, sir.
Keep coming back. Nice. to
We
have you.
will. We will.
Thank
God bless. Thank
God
you, sir.
Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Goodbye, sir.
All right. Well, that was nice. Let's see. Still staying live. Let it kick right. There we go. Well, all right. Who's here? Great. Pat. Fishheim Lake. Christian. Stan Pittman. Hello, Stan Pittman. Nice to see you. There's a voice from the past. Oh, I think this is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I may keep this location. What I thought I would do is get my phone set up so I can do some wandering through the shop at some point and just talk about stuff we're doing that is interesting and worth looking at. Probably won't do that today. I'm going to try to stick to that hour and a half format. So starting at 10 to like 11:30. We'll see how that works out. Now we can those of you who were here at the beginning and saw the intro to the show saw some work that was done by that was done 5 years ago on our morning live stream, and it was taken from the morning live stream. Now that occurred every day for a year. So a lot came out of that, and Aquatic Conquest was one of the things and one of the people who came out of that. And we developed really quite a format for people showing off their tanks and put together videos. So like 5-minute videos that we were able to use in various places. I don't think I ever posted them. I'm going to do that. If it hasn't been done, it needs to be done. Just to kind of get them up and in the public sector. So who knows what's going to happen here, but this will be very open to growth and development, to changes along the way, to maybe even getting into other fish stores. I would kind of like to do that, actually get into some other pet shops and chat with them about what they're doing and how they're managing to apply the father fish system in their store. So that'll be a particular interest to me. May not be to everybody else here, but we'll look at that option as well. Let's see who else and what else is here. Cinnamon, hey Cinnamon, nice to see you. You know, I don't know what that number is that says currently 13 here. I've got a feeling there are a lot of people in and out that except for the core group that are here for the whole show, there are perhaps 100 people who plug in and for a short time and then plug back out. And I think that's why that number changes. But I think as we get into this and we'll develop a following, we'll develop a community is what we're really developing. That's something that's been missing, I think, in YouTube. A few people have kept it alive. People like Roxy have kept it alive. I don't know if she's here yet. Oh my goodness, Taylor is here. Hey, Taylor, happy to see you. Taylor, we're bringing back the old times. We decided, I've been talking about doing father fish in the morning. Taylor was somebody who was with us from day one. Taylor has been with us from day one. So happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing probably, I shouldn't say as well as to be expected. I'm doing better, I think, than I should expect to be doing. And happy about it. So, but nice to see you, Taylor. Come on up, let's chat for a minute. I posted the link, it's right at the top of the chat. Anybody who would like to come up and talk, we're wide open here. Just join in. We'll bring you up. We'll talk about what you're doing or what you're thinking or what your tank looks like or anything else. Great to see you too. I'm doing okay, Ken. Avocado lover. Are there any LFSs in the U.S. that have set up father fish tanks? You know, I tell you what, I don't know. I know a lot of people talk about us. There are a lot of shops that talk about us, or people talk about us in those shops. We're going to find out pretty quick, though. Starting the first of the month, I'm going to have a salesperson working full time, calling up fish stores in the U.S., marketing our aqua credit supplement, and probably our food as well. And then whatever else we have that's proprietary. So we're going to find out. We're going to get into local shops, see what kind of impact there is, see if they know about us. I was thinking about this. You know, I've always been, hi guys, just had a customer walk in. I've always been surprised at, for example, people walking in the store who are saying, oh, I've been following you on YouTube, so happy to see you're here. And I never expected that to be more than, you know, a handful of people. It's been someone every day. And I didn't grasp that as how that could really be true until I went in and looked at my analytics and realized 10,000 people a day are looking at father fish videos. Hear that every single day. And that's a number that's frankly down by 50% from where it was a year and a half, 2 years ago. That's how much YouTube has changed. But still, 10,000 people a day are looking at father fish videos. 300,000 a month. That's a lot of people. 300,000 a month. Now, a lot of them are repeats, but the percentage is about 50-50. So that means there are 5,000 new people every day discovering father fish. 150,000 a month. New people discovering this channel. Not all of them sick. Not all of them spend more than 10 seconds. Those numbers drop. They drop by about 50%. So of those 2,500, 2,500 a month. And of those, half of them stick. 1,500, call it. 1,500 people a month become involved, watch a second video, and become actual father fish followers. That's 18,000 a year. Is that right? Yes. No, that's a day. 1,500 a day. That's 4,500 a month. That's almost 5,000 a month. That's 60, call it 50,000 a year. 50,000 people in a year, which is about right because we're increasing our sign-up rate by about 4,000 a month, about 1,000 a week. About 1,000 people a week sign up to watch father fish videos. They subscribe. They become subscribers. So that's really quite a reach. The fact that we've got 2,000 videos out there gives us an enormous library. Not all of which is easily available, but for folks who get into it, they're able to get into the list of videos, and there are 2,000 videos listed right there. You can scroll down for what, 6, 7 years, all the way back to the beginning. Not worth watching, mind you, but you can get there. So I don't know. I guess I'm just beginning to understand that I used to say, or I have found myself saying, there's not a pet shop in this country that you can go into and mention Spotted Pig without somebody knowing what you're talking about. And I guess that's really true. So we're going to see, we're going to start calling. We're going to see if we can begin marketing our product line. To do that will allow us to continue to function as an organization. It's not just the business. The business supports everything else we're doing. It supports the Discord, which is really a big deal. It supports our book and our book sales. Where's the book? Where did it? Oh, there it is, right there. It supports our YouTube channel. It supports all of the other channels that we're on. We currently have about 8 people who are working on the site or in the group. What you got there? Thank you, sir. Go. Who, in order to be able to do it, need to make a little. There are people who are struggling financially and making a real contribution, and we do what we can to help them out. And that's just the real important part of what we try to do. We try to help people out who can help us out. And it works. As a result, we've got a dedicated team of folks. Right now, frankly, we're really struggling. And that's a big part of the reason why we're doing the wholesale, because sales have been slipping for the last year. 2 years ago, our sales were double what they are now. That's in 2 years. And that's a reflection of YouTube. Because 70 to 80% of our orders come through Google, which is coming from YouTube. And that's people who are looking for Father Pig. That's not people who are finding us on Google. Nobody finds us on Google, at least not commonly. You know, I come up on my own stream occasionally, but really not very often. And in fact, I was even looking yesterday on the search engine, looking for natural aquariums. I didn't come up. I did an incognito search of natural aquariums. I never came up on Google search under natural aquarium, which I think is bizarre, frankly, because most of what came up had nothing to do with natural aquariums. The search was just, it was a meaningless search. It was not a legitimate search. So the AI itself is part of the problem because, well, it's very sophisticated on some levels. On other levels, it's bankrupt. I mean, it's like a 2-year-old. It doesn't have any data in it, which is the thing to remember, of course, that AI is all based on whatever is put into it. If it ain't put into it, they can't find it. And it only gives you what's been put into it. It does an amazing job of sorting. So it sorts. And it really is amazing. When I got absolutely stunned last week when I looked up, I entered all of the contents of Aquaprenin supplement. And I got a scientific treatise. I was astounded. In fact, I got into it. So, did you find that page?
Nobody had one.
Nobody got one, okay. Well, I'm just using it, I gotta find it, it's on my thing.
Okay.
I lost the connector for this is my, where are we? My microphone, and it's got this connector, and I need something that goes into a USB from this, and I can't find anything, so. Something will turn up. I do have one, I just don't know where I put it. I lost it. I took it home, which was a big mistake. These things don't get back and forth very easily. I see the camera's working right. That's nice, sort of. I don't want, see if I can get past that. This tank, by the way, that's sitting next to me, has scarlet batis in it. I don't think there's anything else. I think it's just scarlet batis. And I was able recently to come up with about a half a dozen females, which are hard to come by. So at some point, we ought to be seeing things here. They're infinitesimally tiny. You'll never be able to see them. Oh my goodness, guess who's here? You couldn't begin to guess. It is Christian.
Hey Lou,
Happy to see you.
can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Do I- oh.
We're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, well, I was going to show you some baby fish I've got.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. I'm going to put you up full screen so we can look at these.
Okay, I can't figure out how to flip my phone without turning it, so.
We'll just turn it. That's the easiest way.
Can't.
Oh, you can't turn it far enough. Ah. What are you using, your computer or what?
My phone.
We'll just
I'm
turn
on my
it first.
phone.
Yeah, keep turning it. You need to, we're looking for a tank with a heater in it. What I'm seeing right now is a heater. Okay, good. You're, I don't know where you are in it. Go down. I don't know what we're looking at. You have tanks above tanks, do you?
Yeah, let me try to figure this out and come back. How about that?
That'd be perfect. Okay, thanks. That'd be great. Look forward to it. Well, I lost myself. Oh, there we are. We're back. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. It's like I said, it ain't muscle memory. Oh, Lord. All right. Cookie Bite Me. It's been a while, indeed. We're jumping. I saw a bunch of something small putting together. Did you? I didn't. My screen was too small. I'm sure he'll come back to get this. Discord's great, but sadly, it's closed circuit since it's an app. Well, that's true. you can't find it in a search. You can't find it topically in a search. It's the best thing we found that works for us. And we've been on it for at least 5 years. And we've got a pretty good following, but I guess 20,000 people have signed up and been through it. I don't really know how many are active at one point in time. It's upwards of 100 who are active at any one point in time. And we've been able to structure it so that we have moderators who are on duty. There's some moderator on duty 24/7. So we're able to kind of take care of what's going on. I remember back when we started doing these, Tisha was a moderator, and she was on all night. And she had a gang come in at one point to try to take it over, and she handled it brilliant. Oh, she was very, very upset about it, but she did amazingly well. Tisha, if you don't know, is one of our authors for the book. She wrote the chapter on what's it called? On terraforming. My brain doesn't work real well. Dooby-doo. Aquascaping, thank you. He did the chapter on aquascaping. Okay, so Christian is back. Let's see if we got him. We got you.
Okay, I had to switch cameras before I came up.
Okay,
I couldn't do it while I was up.
so I got you.
They're kind of hard. They're kind of hard to see, but there's a bunch of baby angelfish.
Oh, nice.
They just started swimming yesterday evening. So they're hugging that corner.
Oh, I can see him in the corner. That's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
hope
do
I,
see him. Yeah, I see him. I see him.
I hope I
Wow.
can keep them alive.
There are hundreds of them. What are the parents? What a big school. Oh my. A beautiful red koi. Wow. You just went sideways. There we go. Oh, what a gorgeous pair of fish. Well, that's exciting. Congratulations. That's really wonderful. Now, what are you going to be feeding them, Kristen?
Well, I want to feed them baby brine shrimp, but I bought Aquarium Co-op brine shrimp,
Yeah.
and I had a 0% hatch rate.
Oh no.
I don't know if I got a bad batch or what happened, but I couldn't get any to hatch.
Well, it's probably not the batch. That's probably not enough salt in the water.
Yeah.
Check.
I had a different brand, and I was getting a good hatch rate with them, but everybody said Aquarium Co-op had the best hatch rate, so I got them, and I just didn't have no luck with them. I don't know if they were old or what. I bought them at a fish store, so I don't know how long they had.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that could be the problem. Every year the hatch rate drops about 10%. So if they're 5 years old, it's 50 plus 10 is about 60% drop rate. There should have been some. If there were none, that's suspicious. But there should have been some.
I was going to try feeding this for a little while until I get new brown shrimp eggs. I've ordered some, but they hadn't come in yet.
You don't have a microworm culture going?
Yes, I do have a microworm culture.
Well, feed them that. They're first feed them that right now.
Okay. Yeah. Another question. That was another question I was going to ask. They started swimming yesterday evening. Yesterday morning, they were just laying on the bottom in clumps,
Right.
still wiggling.
You need to feed them day one of swimming. Once they start swimming, they need food right away.
Okay. I'll get them fed as soon as I get off of here.
Yeah, do microworm. That's perfect. It's a better food for the first week anyway. Better
Okay.
than brine shrimp. Brine shrimp can be a little too big for them. Angels do okay. That's a bigger baby. But like tetras cannot take brine shrimp right out of the egg. They have to have paramecium or microworm or some
Yeah,
kind of micro level fry food.
I've been using the micro worm to feed the baby ram.
Yes.
I've got several tanks of these with just a few in each tank to try to get them to grow faster.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really looking for a source for rams. If you can get them going to the point where you can kick out a bunch of them, I'll be happy to buy them from you.
Okay. Sounds good. And this is one of my older father fish setups.
That's beautiful.
I've had that one set up since June of 2024.
Wow. 3
And
years.
a question I had for you was that it's really getting overgrown with Vallisneria in the back. And I've got these crebensis that I raised. And I've got about 6 or 7 adult male crebensis. And I can't catch them because every time I try to put the net in, they immediately fly to the back of the tank and won't come back out.
Yeah.
So no way to get back there to them. And I want to thin out
You have a big net.
Yes, I do. I've got a 10-inch net, but the Vallisneria is so thick.
Yeah,
I
I know what you mean.
You can kind of see back through. Really thick.
Yep.
But I
Yeah,
was
that
wanting to,
does that. It real, once you get it going, it'll take over the tank. It's a great
Yeah,
plant.
I pulled it out a lot. I pulled a lot of the young plants out, but I've got a lot of big plants in the back, and I want to pull some out without destroying the tank or messing
Okay,
up.
let me give you an idea. Let me give you an idea. Try this. Put the net all the way to the back of the tank. Run it straight down the glass behind the valve, and then slowly pull it forward without tearing up the plants. They should bend under it, and that might allow you to catch some of those guys.
Okay, I'll give that a
Just
try.
technique. Yeah, it's a technique that might work. If you don't have hardscape in the way, if you do, you might move it out of the way so you can do that. The plants will go under the net. Just keep it down as close as you can to the bottom. You don't want it all the way on the bottom or you'll dig them out. But maybe go like an inch or two above the bottom. I see baby fish back there.
Yeah, that's another sponsor for Benson.
That's Cribbies, is it? Crebensis?
Yeah, it's crebensis.
Nice. That's really cool. So you got babies grown out in a species, Kirby species tank. Pretty cool. Oh, there's snakes over there.
I've got 2. These were basically culls, but I didn't have the heart to cull them, so I put them in here to let them
They're
live.
beautiful. That looks like a gravid female.
Yeah, that's a female, or that both of these are female.
She's full of egg.
This one has only got one eye,
Huh.
so
Pretty
it swims
big.
all the time. And
Pretty
this
big.
one, this one's body has a little bit of a twist to its spine, which makes its fins sort of stick out at an angle to one side. Its ventrals.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
So I didn't want to spawn them, but I didn't want to cull them, and I didn't want to pawn them off on anybody else. So I just put them in here to let them live their life.
So you're a fish keeper with a heart.
Yeah,
Well,
sometimes
I would be something that pretty, I wouldn't be able to put it down.
that heart gets in the way, and I wind up with a lot of
I hear
excess.
you. I hear you. That's right. Ah. It does indeed. I don't think I have your contact information, Christian. Could you send me an email?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, and then we'll get together. I'll give you a call. Send me your phone number.
Okay.
I'll give you a buzz. Be nice to be able to chat with you privately. I love it. What else you got?
I got this 20-gallon tall down here that I've been growing some baby angels out in.
Oh, cool.
Now this one right here, I wanted to keep it, but it's not acting right. It looks really good. I see no sign of disease, but all of a sudden it stopped eating, and it kind of stays high in the water, and it just runs. Put food in it, runs away from the food.
Which one now? That one? The one right in front? Or the gold one in the, that one? That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought you meant that one. I don't know. Its fin looks a little cloudy. That may be nothing. I think, you know, fish are like any other animal. They can become disabled in some minor way that changes their behavior. And it could be simply that. You said he's not eating.
He stopped eating a couple of days ago, and he sort of acts real skittish all of a sudden. He was doing really good and growing fast, and then he just sort of went into a depression or something. I've been looking for any signs of disease, but he looks to me just as good as the other fish in the tank.
Put some crushed garlic in there. It's not going to hurt anything, and it acts as a purgative for any kind of bacteria, gut bacteria. And
He acts like he's trying to get air sometimes.
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
A lot of times he just kind of hangs over here in the corner a couple of inches below the surface and just sits there.
This just started happening, huh?
Yes, in the last few days.
Hanging up top like that is a sign of oxygen depletion. Now, the fact that none of the other fish are doing it means it's not a problem with the tank. It's a problem with his biology. So yeah, you're right. There's something wrong with the fish. What you might do is set up a hospital tank and put them in it, and then work with them in a more secure environment where you got better control over what's happening. Then you could try some medications.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't appear to be losing weight either. I mean, his stomach looks like he actually just ate, but he's not eating.
Been long enough. Yeah, which leads me to believe it might very well be a gut bacteria problem. But to fix that, he needs to eat. He ain't gonna. You can't deal with it otherwise. I mean, I guess you could force feed him, but I wouldn't. I've tried to force feed tiny fish like that. I can't do it. I guess there are people that can.
Yeah, I've never attempted it, so it would be a challenge.
Yeah, it's easy to injure him. It's the biggest problem.
This is a 20-gallon long I've got set up with a group of 8 stir-by cories.
Nice.
Trying to get some breeding, and I've had one batch of eggs, but they molded the second day I put them in a
So
breeder
they might not have been fertile.
Yeah, they molded real quick, and I had a flue ball breeder box hanging on the tank, and it's circulating the water from the tank, and they just didn't make it. And I hadn't had no breeding since, but I've got 8 adult fish in here. So.
You check the glass early in the morning.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
That was the, and I'll do a when it starts to rain. Like if I hear, see a storm coming and on the radar or something, and I hear a little rumble of thunder, I'll do a water change with cool water. And that worked the first time, but it hadn't worked since.
Yeah, do it with rainwater.
Okay.
Try to capture some rainwater. That'll drop the pH, and it'll also drop the dissolved solids.
Okay. Sounds good.
Is that Java moss? Or is that, what is that? Ricky?
Wasser.
Oh, it's a Wasser tank. Oh, look at that, nice.
There's
It's a
some
nice
Java.
one. I don't think we have any left. We had some going for a while and I think it just disappeared. We need to talk to the guys and see if we can get it going again. We finally got the Rickia going. We got lots of Rickia now. So that's okay. It's been more difficult. It likes to be quiet. It doesn't like to be disturbed. And
Yeah,
we
that-
always disturb everything.
That started as just a cupful, and it's grown to, it's as big as a football or bigger.
Wow. Well, I'll have to get some of that from you. That's nice.
Yeah, I can send you some.
Yeah, we'll trade some plants. I got some stuff you'd enjoy, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna get started thinning this tank out after this stream's over. The plants
Yeah.
have gotten a little, and I'm gonna move these 2 angelfish into my 75 gallon. I've got 2 of these.
A pearl scale, that's nice.
I got them when they were about a nickel size,
Wow.
and this few months back, and they're pretty big now. They're about, I don't know, they're 8 inches from the top of their dorsal to the tip of their anal fin, and their body's a good solid 4.5 inches.
Wow. I got something I need to share with you. Do please call me or contact me. I got something important to talk with you about.
Okay, I will.
That'll be real exciting. I can see any more of that right now. Nice, Christian. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, you bet. It's a delight always. Happy to have you on board. Nice to have good people on board. Take care.
I appreciate it. Take care.
You bet. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, can I get back? You mind if I come back? Why is it not coming back? Honestly. Huh. Oh, I know. I know why that happened. That's weird. Just worked out a glitch. Let's see, what do we got here? Tristan. Hello, Tristan. Happy to see you. Not the scary one about rainwater. First few minutes of a rainstorm brings down their particular matter. I'll tell you where that particularly shows up is rainwater collected from a roof. If the roof's been sitting baking in the hot summer sun for a month at a time, and the rain comes on, it washes off a lot of dirt and dust and grime and grit. The best way to deal with that is to drain it off into some kind of cistern. And then when you draw water off of it, draw it from off the bottom. Don't draw from the bottom, because all of that stuff precipitates to the bottom. And if you will, put a little valve on the bottom of it so you can run it off periodically. But when you take water out, take it from the middle or higher, and you won't get any of those precipitants. Good thinking. Tristan, we're in I'm in Georgia trying to go for a native ponza. Warmouth mosquito. We tell them letting them anywhere at night. Well, we're located just north of you in Maryland on the eastern shore on the Atlantic coast. I'm about half an hour from the ocean. So we're not too far north. You're in Georgia. You're closer to Florida than we are to you. Let's see. Your recent content started a natural creek style aquarium with species indigenous. What sort of aquatic plants have you used? It would fit the biotope. Really good question. Curiously, Amazon sword. You're in Georgia. Amazon sword range up into southern Georgia. They can't tolerate freezing, but they can tolerate cold temperatures. And I found them growing wild all over Florida. There are lots of others. And you can certainly find plants out in the wild. I don't have a list. I need to have a list. I found Riccia in Maryland when I was a kid, out in the pond. That's curious, I thought. Oh, that's one, but that's not a rooted plant. Of course, duckweed will grow in Antarctica, I expect. Trying to think what other plants I've collected. Elodea. That'll grow in more northern climes, in the southern part of the country. There are lots of others. Vallisneria, certainly. Although it's not native, there's a species of it in brackish water, referred to as turtle crabs, that is pretty prolific, and that ranges up into hard freshwater, so-called brackish water. And I think what else? Let's see. Greg, if you have a tank with breeding action going on, take water out of that tank and add it to the tank with chlorine. Good thinking there, Greg Guppy guy. That's absolutely right. Any fish that are spawning are releasing hormones. Now, hormones do not last more than a few hours. You're not going to get hormone toxicity ever. It breaks down. And breaks down relatively quickly. It's only there during the breeding process. But if you've got fish in the process of actively breeding, and this is part of the reason for this, is that fish will very often breed. Fish will very often breed in a colony. I don't want to say community, but in a colony, if there's a lot of them swimming together and some of them begin to trigger, then that will trigger others through hormonal action. And suddenly the whole swarm of them will be spawning, which produces then enough egg to be able to be meaningful, so that there's a substantial portion. Keep in mind, in the wild, that if one fish or two fish, let's say, in their lifetime produce two baby fish, they have maintained their population. If they produce more than that, they have increased their population. It is unusual for animals in a given environment to increase population unless predation and or requisite resources diminish. Unless predation increases or resources diminish. Generally speaking, in a stable environment, the population will maintain itself. And that's because the predation is keeping up with the spawning to a level that allows a certain amount of escape, but really not very much. If the fish produces, and it could easily produce 10,000 eggs in its lifetime, the female could easily produce 10,000 eggs. If only one of them survived, or two, it shouldn't be one. If two survive, it has sustained the population. They give you just an idea of really how important baby fish are to the food chain. They are a significant source of nutrient for other smaller animals. Oh, well, let's see what else. Greg's gonna trade blowfish for red devils. Let's see. Good luck with that, Greg. Used to trap my belly so I could feed the rest of the day without him overeating. That's fun. Food motivation trapping. Yeah, meadow traps. We're talking about first bites. Ready for Ren. Say goodbye. Karina Karen is in Sri Lanka. It's Naresh. He's a young man. I can't remember how old he is right now. I think he's 25 or approaching 25. He was with us way back when. Karina Karen was one of the early people on the early live stream. He's now doing a lot with us in our video department, helping to create videos. And it's just an enormous help with that, doing a lot of thumbnails and actually I've got him working on a project to actually put together some father fish videos for Sri Lanka. And I want to eventually get it to the point where we're making father fish videos for India in the Indian language or the Sri Lanka language. That means probably I'm not going to be the spokesman, but they may. We'll see what he's able to work out. We know that there's a substantial population of people in India who follow us. It's upwards around 10% of our total following are people in India. So we want to be able to do something in their language. The name of which comes with that. But when you get old, you stop remembering things. I don't know if there's something I should be thinking for memory loss, but it's words. Very late, the measurable nitrate. What he says. Basically, I did my first Wallstead test. Been in a BioBlink for 2 months, patient truck. In a recommended 60 gallons in the plant, just no ammonia nitrate. Yeah, my recommendation for your Wallstead tank would be to purchase a small bag of Aqua Preta supplement, because that substrate you have in there, it's going to run out of nutrients in a few 2 months. It's going to run out of nutrients in another 2 months. So by pushing it down in there, and there's a way you can do that. We're working on it now. You can freeze it and put it in as ice cubes, and then put a sand cap on top of 2 inches. The problem with the way you have that tank set up is the nutrients are getting in the water column. The only way to really prevent that from happening is to add a thick layer of sand. Now, I know the people at Wallstead don't like to do that, but they're simply wrong. The dirt is in there not for the water column, it's in there for the plants. Plants have no trouble sending roots through sand, none whatsoever. So if you'll just do this, ignore their advice, do what Father Fish says, and you will no longer have that algae bloom, the bio bloom in the tank. That'll go away instantly. And if you will add the Aquacredit supplement, you will never need to worry about the supplement depleting of nutrients, because it will provide enough to last for 4 to 5 years, which would be long enough for the food web to completely cycle in the tank and to be returning those nutrients that are used up. In point of fact, of the 75 or so elements that are in there, the 15 or 20 basic minerals that are in there, there are only 2 or 3 that actually deplete quickly, but those are critical ones. Iron and magnesium. We provide enough with Aquacredit that it never depletes. We have substantial amounts of iron and magnesium, as well as carbonates. Carbonates are absolutely fundamental. There's no attempt to care about that and care for that, which means in a traditional Wallstead tank, that can go acid. If the soil you're bringing in is acidified soil, you're dead in the water. The tank's going to go acid, it'll kill plants, it'll ultimately kill fish. There are serious problems with the Wallstead system. The value of Wallstead is it teaches the value and importance of soil in the substrate. And that is a substantial gift to the hobby. Taking nothing away from the research of Diana Wallstead, who has proven conclusively how critical soil is in the fish tank. But if you think you can get away with just throwing it in there and putting a little gravel on the top, your tank won't last long, a year at the most. And if it lasts beyond that, you're really fortunate. You've got a balance that is unusual for soil in most gardens or in most regions. We have overcome some of the basic problems with the Wallstead system. The people who are running those systems, who are representing Wallstead, have refused to look seriously at what we're offering. If they did, they would get on board and we would all be standing together trying to beat down this opposition to maintaining dirted tanks. Because a dirted tank is the only way to have a healthy tank. Wallstead knows that, we know that. There are some minor differences between us that become very major issues that we've worked very hard for 25 years to overcome. And we have overcome them. It's not to say it's perfect, but it's 99%. It's ivory soap. And the Wallstead system, as it's promulgated by the Wallstead people, is not ivory soap. It's good for a year or so if you don't have acid soil, but not beyond that, because it depletes. And there's no attempt to be able to reinforce the nutrients in that tank without continually dosing it after a year or so with some kind of fertilizer tablet, which frankly is counterintuitive. Fertilizer tablets don't work. They put a certain amount of nutrients in there, of minerals in there, or organic compounds in there that are active in one aspect of the plant's life and not another. It's not an adequate fix for the issue. So anybody who can talk to those hard heads about what we're doing to at least get them to try it, experiment with it, we're not going away. We're going to keep hammering this thing until we break through the thick stalls. And then we'll be able to stand together. And if they can correct what we're doing, God bless them. I'm happy to improve, happy to make it better than it is. That's my rant. Thank you. All right, our time is about up. We've done almost an hour and a half. This has been fun. Look for it now. I don't know if I'll be back the weekend. I probably will come back on tomorrow. I will not be doing Sundays. I go to church Sunday morning, so I'm not going to be able to do that. Let's see what else we got here. Scrolling to the bottom. Now let's see, Tristan. There's a lot of conversation going on among people. That's great. Nothing for me specifically. Appreciate those folks that came up. Think about coming up and joining. The door will be open. You're welcome to come. Welcome to show up what you're doing or just come up and say hello. So God bless you all on your way. I think I have a little video I can play. Let's see. I think I do. I do. Right here. Let's do this. Love you all. Bye for now.
Welcome to Father Fish and the Natural Aquarium.
Well, it's not what I want. That's all right. Oh, I can do it. Excellent. Very good.
Well, I love my little fish as they swim through their home, drifting through the water where the gentle currents roam. When the sunlight finds them, all their colors start to shine, painting little rainbows in this peaceful aquarium of mine. Oh, my heart goes floating as they wander to and from, through the plants and shadows where the sparkling waters flow. In their tiny world, I find a gentle kind of love, a little piece of heaven shining softly from above. I am happy just to sit and watch my little fish swim as the evening settles and the fading sunlight dim. My heart is full of wonder, peaceful as can be, in their